The Green Party recognizes that the arts has a strong economic impact here in Canada and especially here in the Yukon. We recognize that here in the Yukon, well, in the North in general, that the arts is very well represented. It's a bigger piece of the puzzle for us than it is across the rest of the country. And in fact, here in the Yukon, we have the highest diversity index of arts anywhere in the country. And what that means is that in terms of the economy, it's not just an artist doing a particular job, it's also that there's infrastructure around it and support and non-governmental organizations and a whole network that's out there that's creating that economy. That economy does more than just its immediate impact, or has more than just its immediate impact on our economic sector. It has also got the added benefit that it promotes an interest in this place, in the Yukon, and it's what makes this place vibrant. Now, we're probably going to talk about this as we go through, but it has an economic relationship back to the territory. It allows us to attract people to come here, keep people here, and create the type of Yukon that we wish to live in. So I see the arts as being our cultural identity and what shapes us as a people and what makes us a great place to live. And of course, part of that is the economic side of it. Thank you.
Well, those of you who know me know I've talked for a long time about the huge economic benefits of the arts, and some politicians don't realize those benefits. But as examples from some studies, for 600,000 jobs in 2003, 2004, which is massive. And that's the same as if you put all together agriculture, forestry, fishing, mining, oil and gas, and utilities. It's almost the same amount of jobs combined. Another example, the film and video industry, which is so important in the Yukon, has 125,000 employees, creating $5 billion in productions. And digital media, the new media, will be $65 billion globally in 2010. And by the way, we're going to have a Canadian digital media strategy. And cultural tourism, which once again is more important to the Yukon than any other part of Canada, is $3 billion coming from 2.6 million travelers in Canada. And this is the fastest growing sector in the Canadian economy, so it's very essential, and it's far too underrated there. If you take that on to the Yukon, there's been several studies in 2006, the Yukon Music Study. With music alone in the Yukon, there's 292 people involved, and at least half of those are staying in the industry over 10 years, so it's very important for employment in the Yukon. They generated $8.9 million, and $1.9 million of that was in wages and salaries, just to get the gist of it. 192 years of employment. And the interesting point is that the revenue for the service sector is even bigger than for the artists, so it helps a whole bunch of other businesses. And there was a Yukon cultural labor force study that showed phenomenal amount of employment in Yukon in all the cultural sectors, 735 workers. It's almost the same as the number of healthcare workers in the Yukon. It's growing incredibly fast, more than any other similar sized industry. And it's 4.2% of the labor force. As John said, it's higher than the national average of 3.8. And arts is much, we have a higher percentage of very creative people learning their living that way, and it's earning their living that way, and it's much more important for us than some other areas. So that's why I give it such importance. And the wages are not big, you know. Some people talked about elites, rich elites, and then at the time when the study was done in 2004, the average Yukoner was making $31,000, and the average person in the cultural industry was only $23,000. So it has a huge impact in the Yukon economy, and I have to keep trying to let people know that, and that's why it's such a high priority for me to promote and sustain the arts in the Yukon.